Hello guys, welcome back, and to add to the just absolutely crazy day that we've had, ERIK KARLSSON is now a San Jose Shark. Now let's get this one thing straight. No more ERIK KARLSSON trade rumors, no more rumors about him going to Vegas, him going to Dallas, him going to Tampa Bay. We now have a done deal. We finally have a trade of ERIK KARLSSON that we've been waiting for practically a year now. But the San Jose Sharks come in today and swoop up ERIK KARLSSON from the Ottawa Senators, them being a pretty much big contender for them this whole time. It feels like San Jose never has really been the main contender for ERIK KARLSSON, but they've always been in the mix to possibly get them, and of course today they swooped in and took their opportunity. Now let's go through the trade details before I give you guys my thoughts. Of course, the San Jose Sharks get ERIK KARLSSON, not a bad player there at all, and he has no extension on this deal. So no extensions are part of this deal, unlike the Max Pacioretty trade to Vegas. So no extension has been signed yet, so this is potentially still a rental for San Jose. This potentially could be, I see him likely extending, but this could possibly be a one-year deal, which would make it a lot better for Ottawa. And Ottawa, the only thing that they really got going for them is they got a lot of players. They got quantity over quality. First, they got Chris Tierney, who was very solid for the San Jose Sharks. I think he scored like 40 points last season. He is definitely going to be possibly second-line center for them in the future and for the now. You got Dylan DeMello, who is an okay defenseman. He'll probably slot into Ottawa's defense. That's how bad it is. But I can see him playing in the NHL next season. You got Josh Norris, who is probably San Jose's best prospect there. He has certain great potential, and NCAA, he played fantastic last season. So in this trade, San Jose likely trades their best prospect there, which, for Ottawa's credit, they did get that guy. He's not a superstar type talent, but is probably a first liner for the future there for Ottawa now. You got Rudolph's Balkers, who I think is a very underrated prospect. He has a crazy name. I mean, Rudolph's is his first name, so he is a weird prospect, but I think he's going to turn out into a solid NHL player there. They got a 2020 first. Remember, they got that San Jose's 2019 first was traded in the Evander Kane trade, so that was pretty much unavailable for Ottawa. They also got a 2019 second round pick, and after this, it pretty much goes to a lot of conditions to where some picks go back and forth. So going on to the conditions of the picks, if ERIK KARLSSON extends with the San Jose Sharks, Ottawa receives a 2021 second round pick. It's not nothing, but it is a far away pick, so we won't see that drafted, and we won't see that turn into a player for quite a long time. There's also one more. If ERIK KARLSSON is on an Eastern Conference team in the 2018-2019 NHL season, the Senators get a first round pick no later than 2022, which at that point will likely be a 2028 first round pick, which the Ottawa Senators definitely have. Now, I don't think that is going to happen at all. I think that ERIK KARLSSON is definitely staying on the San Jose Sharks, but this was kind of like a trade clause to where, remember the Mike Hoffman trade where they sent him to Ottawa and then he was flipped to Florida? It was likely never going to happen with ERIK KARLSSON, but it was a clause for Ottawa to not have that happen again. Now, when we look at this trade, you got to come into the fact that, of course, ERIK KARLSSON has that 1 year left on the deal. He was the captain of the Ottawa Senators, and really at this point, the Ottawa Senators' leverage was very, very slim. We've heard rumors of them trying to trade him before training camp to get something done. So their leverage with ERIK KARLSSON was at an all-time low, even lower than a month ago when Dallas, Tampa, and Vegas were in the rumor mills. But again, I can't help but feel bad for Pierre Dorion, who was obviously put in a tight situation, and with ERIK KARLSSON, he had to do something. Trade him, keep him, or whatever. He had to do something, and with this trade, he definitely did something. Whether we'll see it's a good trade or not, we'll see. But with ERIK KARLSSON, him going to San Jose definitely strengthens them a lot. San Jose now has a defense of Brent Burns, ERIK KARLSSON, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Brendan Dillon, some other guys that I'm forgetting about right now, but San Jose's defense massively improves this trade, not just offensively, but ERIK KARLSSON is very, very good defensively, of course. This trade definitely strengthens their defense immediately, turns them into a likely top 5 team defensively, and I cannot see that going any other way. For me, ERIK KARLSSON is obviously a major impact and one of the best impact defensemen in the league, so for me, he's going to turn that San Jose defense into a top 5 at least team next season defensively. So for San Jose, if they weren't the favorites to win the Pacific Division yet, I think that this trade pretty much seals the deal for them to be the favorites. It doesn't seal them to win the division because anything can happen, but I feel like this seals them as being the favorites for that division, if not the President's Trophy. This definitely strengthens San Jose in every aspect of the game, having another puck-moving defenseman alongside of Brent Burns. If that pairing gets any time together, it's going to be absolutely disgusting. And again, this strengthens the Western Conference even more. And when people say that the Eastern Conference is a better conference than the West, I kind of just laugh a little bit because the Western Conference has been slowly building and building up these past few years, and it has been the best conference in the last decade. San Jose getting ERIK KARLSSON from the Ottawa Senators, it's going to make that even better. For me, San Jose does shed a little bit of depth, but when you're trading for ERIK KARLSSON, you are going to do that, so it is a little bit of a risk, but still. ERIK KARLSSON is freaking ERIK KARLSSON, and for what they had to give up, it was a pretty solid deal for them. Now, for what Ottawa receives, again, they didn't have a lot of leverage with this deal, so for what they got, I think it was decent. It does depend on the conditions, if ERIK KARLSSON does extend and stuff like that, but I feel like they were going to go for quantity, and if they're going to go for quantity, I think they did a decent job, but still for ERIK KARLSSON, you'd want to see a little bit more. Chris Tierney will be a fantastic middle six forward for the Ottawa Senators. Dylan DeMello will be okay for them, I guess. Josh Norris is probably going to be a first liner for the future. I do believe that. Rudolph Balkers could be a top six forward for them for the future as well. I have high hopes for him. That 2020 first round pick could be anything. Second round pick in 2019. And if that condition comes in, we'll see another first from 2020, which will definitely factor in. I would rather have seen them go for quality rather than quantity, but I think they've already tried that tactic before. With the Dallas Stars, of course, they were in that rumors for about a month now. They were trying to get Miro Heiskanen. Dallas rejected that. So for me, I think they've already gone around for teams looking for those stud prospects, but it just has not worked in this market right now. So I feel like the Ottawa Senators were going to trade ERIK KARLSSON. It would likely have to be that quantity, which they gave up here. And it's just a terrible situation. We knew that ERIK KARLSSON loved the city of Ottawa. He wanted to stay there. He's done so much. I mean, even just a week ago, he started his own charity campaign for Ottawa, and I think it was Demure Light or whatever. It was for bullying, and he has already done great stuff for the community, has done amazing stuff about being a great person overall. Just in his time at Ottawa, he's done so much for them. It sucks because we knew that he wanted to stay there, and he knew that he wanted to be an Ottawa Senator, but some things just don't work out. ERIK KARLSSON, he's out of this potentially dumpster fire of a team next season. He's out of that terrible situation, and now he gets to play in a smaller market in San Jose, work his magic every single day, and play alongside of Brent Burns, Logan Couture, Joe Pavelski, and work his magic every single night. But San Jose is looking stacked up front with this trade. Of course, getting ERIK KARLSSON is going to strengthen your team a lot. I already picked them to be pretty high in the standings, and this just raises them even more. It's going to be really interesting to see how San Jose gels with ERIK KARLSSON. And it's going to, of course, next season, it's going to be super fun to watch them battle out every single night. But it's just been a crazy day for the hockey world. There's been 2 jersey unveilings. There's been 2 captains being named. Of course, you got the Tyler Seguin extension. You got, of course, this ERIK KARLSSON trade. This will go down as one of the funnest, craziest days in NHL history, if not the craziest day in history. Has been a great one to go in and embrace too. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this trade? Who won? The San Jose Sharks or the Ottawa Senators? And what do you think of this huge trade going down? ERIK KARLSSON to the San Jose Sharks. But that's going for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe again. Tell me down below, what do you think of this trade? Who won? The Ottawa Senators or the San Jose Sharks? And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.